Welcome everyone back to week 9 in the AAF Simulated on EA Sports. We've got another unseen game coming your way. The Salt Lake Stallions taking on the Atlanta Legends. Both these teams in very different scenarios right now. You got the Atlanta Legends 3-5 looking to maybe somehow make a last-minute playoff push here towards the end. I mean, they're basically eliminated at this point. They desperately need a win here to hang on to a slight chance of making the playoffs. Meanwhile, Salt Lake, guess what, baby? They are in. Salt Lake Stallions are in the playoffs. Doesn't matter if they win or lose. They're in. They're in the playoffs. They have locked up that spot, and they've basically locked up the #1 seed. So that is going to be pretty great for them. They will have home field advantage in at least the first round, and very possibly as well in the championship game. We will see. But right now, both these teams taking the field. This is the last home game for the Atlanta Legends. This crowd is going nuts. They're looking to support their team here in the final home stretch of the season in what should be a fun game. I mean, Atlanta has a lot of talent. They just have not been able to put it together the last few weeks. Meanwhile, Salt Lake, they've kind of been up and down through the second half of the season. But hey, they're 6-2. They've got a great record, and they're looking to improve on that today with a win on the road against Atlanta. We'll see what happens. Young Goku sent it away. We're underway as Brandon Oliver takes it up to the 25-yard line, and that's where Salt Lake starts with the football. Let's take a look at Josh Woodrum, the signal caller for this Salt Lake team. He's had one of those seasons, hasn't been that great, to be honest. 1,802 yards in the air, completing only 53.4% of his passes. That has been a problem. 11 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, QB rating of 80.1. So, it's pretty interesting to see how Salt Lake is 6-2 with a quarterback with those sorts of stats. However, Josh Woodrum has been efficient, especially in the games that they have won. He's made the throws that he's needed to make, and last week was a huge bounce-back week for him. We look at his stats last week: 19-23, 245 yards, and 2 touchdowns. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. Let's see what Dennis Erickson dials up here on first down for his Stallions. On 1st and 10, it's Woodrum back to throw. Across the middle, it's complete. That's Nick Truesdell, the tight end. Takes it up to the 33-yard line, brings up 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 to start this game off. And Salt Lake, they've got a lot of weapons here, offensively, defensively. And we'll have to see what they can come up with here on 2nd and 2. Atlanta's got their work cut out for them here on defense, that's for sure. On the ground, there's Bunyan. He was able to sneak his way through there and pick up 7 yards. First down to the 40-yard line. And Salt Lake has been doing an excellent job this season of running the football. Joel Bunyan, one of the best running backs in this league. He was leading the league for a little while before Trent Richardson really took the league by storm. But he does have 557 yards, averaging 4.8 yards a carry. He's also got a touchdown. He's been efficient, to say the least. There he goes again, actually. Oh, yeah, that is him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Let's take a look at this offense. The offensive line for Salt Lake, they've been playing pretty dang good this season so far. We just talked about Joel Bunyan. Let's look at some of the wide receivers, though. Adonis Jennings leading the league right now with 656 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has been absolutely incredible. He's ripping apart defenses week after week after week. Nick Truesdell, tight end, who had that first catch, 388 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has also been someone who has been deadly, especially in the red zone. 2nd and 10, off play action, Woodrum to throw. Going deep down the seam, is knocked away. Excellent defense, looking in the direction of Adonis Jennings, who we just mentioned. Take a look at Atlanta's defense. They've got some studs here. J.T. Jones and Tavares Barnes are a couple guys who have been phenomenal on the line this year. Khalil Bass and Jeff Luke are a monster duo there in the linebackers section. Desmond Lawrence, Tyson Graham, Carlos Merritt, Duran Grant leading the way for that secondary. A secondary that has been on and off this season. I mean, we've seen some games they play outstanding. Last week, disappointing. Give up 30 points to Birmingham in a loss they really couldn't afford to take at that point in the season. See if they can get a big stop here on 3rd and 10. Woodrum rips it down the seam, and a man wide open is Nick Truesdell, taken down by his face mask as well. That is a big penalty on Carlos Merritt, excuse me. And that pushes Salt Lake all the way into the red zone. at the 17-yard line. How about that? So Salt Lake with a big conversion on 3rd and 10. Nick Truzel, the trusty tight end. First and 10. Woodrum to throw. Back in the pocket with all sorts of time. Rips it towards the end zone. It is knocked away. I thought he had Truesdale. Unable to hang on. Great hit by the defense. See what they come up here on 2nd and 10. On the ground, and Bunyan goes nowhere. Excellent defense. There's my man right there, Khalil Bass, in there to make the tackle for loss. Khalil Bass, reminds me a little bit of Khalil Mack. I know they have similar names, but he can really accelerate quickly and hit hard at the same time. He's a dual threat there at the linebacker position, and someone that Atlanta really relies on in their secondary. Third and 11. Woodrum to throw. Over the top, it's caught, but he will not be close to the sticks, and that'll bring up 4th down. Salt Lake will have to send out the field goal unit. Great defense here by Jeff Luke, ensuring that the receiver, Donis Jennings, does not get to the line to gain. And now out comes Taylor Bertollet for the field goal attempt. 30-yard field goal. It's good. Salt Lake with a 3-0 lead to start this game off with 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. So a good drive from Salt Lake. Ends in 3, probably a bit disappointing. I'm sure they would have wanted to get 7. Well, they can't get 7, 6 or 8. I keep forgetting that. The Alliance. You have to go for 2. Regardless, a good opening drive for Salt Lake to get points on the board. And let's see how Atlanta can respond here as Taylor Bertollet will get ready to send it away. Atlanta, let's talk a little bit about the Legends season and how it's gone. So they opened up the season 2-1 with a couple impressive wins over San Diego and Birmingham. And then everything went downhill. They lost to Arizona 30-24. They got blown out by Memphis 33-14. They got blown out. Well, actually, no. Then they beat San Antonio 17-9. But that win was a very, very weak win. I mean, they didn't score the touchdown until the very end of the game. San Antonio was not playing good football. It just so happened that Atlanta played slightly better. And let's take a quick look right now on Aaron Murray. Sorry to distract from what I was talking about, but he is up on the screen. So we're going to talk about him. Murray, he's been one of the better quarterbacks in this league, believe it or not. He's thrown for 1,742 yards. He's thrown 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, QB rating of 96.9. He's completing 65% of his passes, which is a pretty good number considering some of the completion percentages we've seen in this league from guys like Mike Bercovici and Josh Woodrum. Anyways, Atlanta right now with an opportunity to finally get back on the win column after dropping 4 of their last 5 games. 1st and 10 coming up from the 30-yard line. Motions Wadley out, gives it to Robinson, and there goes Denard Robinson. That's a gain of 8 on the first play of the game for Atlanta's offense. Good start to this offense. And speaking of Denard Robinson, he is someone that they've got to get involved without a doubt. I mean, last week, 10 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. He was electrifying. The week before that against Orlando, he did not get the win. They lost 15-9, but 70 yards and just 12 carries. When they get him involved, their offense is so much better. And there he goes again. Robinson up close to midfield at the 49. He's got 19 yards and just 2 carries. And this crowd is getting going. Perfect way for Jen Welters to start this game off for her offense. Really doing an excellent job of pushing the ball upfield and making sure that Denard Robinson gets the holes that he needs. Great job by the offensive line. And it brings up 1st and 10 at pretty much midfield. Quick pass, and it's dropped. Or actually, it's caught. Thought it might have hit the ground, but it's hauled in. Irvin Phillips on the reception brings up 2nd and 2. Talk about Atlanta, you know, what I was saying about their season. They beat San Antonio. It was kind of a weak win. And then they lose to Orlando 15-9. And then last week against Birmingham, a disappointing 30-20 loss. A game that they certainly could have won. Just not able to get it done. Trying to set up the screen. It's caught. And there goes Robinson. That's a first down to the 36. So the Legends offense humming on this opening drive. And last week, it was a game that went back and forth, but Atlanta jumped out to a 12-0 lead. I mean, it really looked like they were going to get a lot of momentum, and then it kind of all came crashing down. They went down by 15, and that was that. Quick pass. It's caught. That's Irvin Phillips again to the 28. Actually, no, it's Justin Thomas. Excuse me. So right now, some great play calling by Jen Welter. And I like it a lot. You got Denard Robinson going early. Now you're letting Aaron Murray settle in with some quick passes. Doing an efficient job of marching the ball down the field. 2nd and 2 now from the 28. Delayed give. Robinson with all sorts of room. And that's an easy first down inside the 25. And if you're Salt Lake right now, you don't necessarily need to win this game. But another win on the road as you're getting down this final stretch towards the playoffs. This is a big momentum win for the Stallions. If they could win it, improve to 7-2, lock up home field for every single game in the postseason. We'll see what happens. And there's a big play by the defense. We're waiting for one of those. How about Carter Schultz? I don't even know exactly how to describe his style of play. He is a monster. Just breaks immediately through that offensive line and gets in there. We've been seeing him wreak havoc all season long in the backfield, blowing up the quarterback, making some nice tackles. That dude can ball. That's a 4-yard loss for Denard Robinson, who still has 20 yards on this drive. 2nd and 14 coming up from the 27. They call Monte Crockett in motion. They don't give it to him. Instead, it's Aaron Murray trying to slip through, and then he's wrestled down at the 23, which was the original line to gain. Let's take a look at Atlanta's offense. We've got some real players here, and Denard Robinson, someone I want to talk about, that running back on the season so far. 459 yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. He's got 3 touchdowns. Monte Crockett, 528 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. Who else do we got here? Irvin Phillips, we've seen him get a couple catches. He's got 367 yards and 4 touchdowns. So Aaron Murray has plenty of weapons to work with here. 3rd and 10, can they convert? Just outside the red zone. In trouble. Going towards the end zone. It's knocked away. Excellent defense there by Will Davis and Cody Brown. Murray going for that end zone shot there on 3rd and 10, and you can see Cody Brown just gets his hands up there. And now a field goal try for Young-Hoo Koo. 40-yard field goal attempt to tie this game up. Kick is on its way, and it's right down the middle for Koo. Koo is true from 40, and Atlanta ties this game up at 3. Young-Hoo Koo has been an excellent kicker in this league. We've seen him make kicks from 55, 56 yards. Been one of the most dependable players there on that Atlanta side of the football. And let's see what Dennis Erickson wants to do here. I'd expect to see Josh Woodrum maybe air the ball out a little bit more, get a bit aggressive here. We're getting close to heading into the 2nd quarter. Salt Lake's going to want to score a touchdown. But it has been a wild season so far, and we still got plenty of action to come, guys. We got Birmingham at 5-3, Orlando at 5-4, Memphis, who's won 3 straight at 4-5. They still have a chance at the playoffs. So it's going to be crazy in that East Division coming down to the wire with multiple teams. On the return, it's Brandon Oliver, who's tracked down nicely by Malachi Jones, taking down the 25-yard line. And that's where Salt Lake sets up shop with the football. So, similar to what would have happened if he took a knee in the end zone. Joel Bunyan with a couple nice carries on that opening drive. We'll see if he can get it going here with 28 seconds left in the 1st quarter. First and 10. In motion goes Pearsonell. Woodrum trying to set up the screen, and it's caught Nice adjustment by Bunyan, who's then taken down the 30-yard line. So they do end up gaining some positive yardage after what looked like was somewhat of a disaster in that backfield. Josh Woodrum, I mean, he's a guy that coming into this league we weren't expecting him to be great. He really surprised all of us with a few phenomenal games to start. He really dipped down in the second half of the season, but he's still doing a nice job of getting Salt Lake wins. And that'll take us to the second quarter. We've got a good one here in Atlanta, 3-3. The hometown Legends looking to get a win after dropping 2 straight, 4 of their last 5. Meanwhile, Salt Lake, they clinched the playoffs, but they're looking to clinch that #1 spot throughout the entire postseason. We'll see if they can pull it off on the road in a tough environment where this Atlanta team, desperate for a win, they're going to do whatever it takes. 2nd and 4 coming up for Salt Lake to start this second quarter. They go on the ground, and there's Bunyan. Cutting up field, he's got a first down. Salt Lake able... Wait, he doesn't? Brings up 3rd and 1. I thought he clearly had the first down. That's weird. 3rd and 1. It definitely looked like the ball crossed the plane, but they don't give it to him. 3rd and 1 now from the 34. Woodrum to throw. Quick pass, and he's almost intercepted. That could have been gone the other way. Woodrum a little bit too spastic with that throw. Fails to see the linebacker, Jeff Luke, cutting underneath. Actually, this Brandon Watts. Cutting underneath. And almost had a big play of his own. So Austin Recco now on to punt it away for the Stallions. He'll boot it away. Back to receive is Irvin Phillips inside his own 15. Shakes off a defender, but then goes out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So that'll take us to Atlanta's next drive here at the 24. Denard Robinson with a few really nice carries on that last drive. We'll see if he can keep it up on this second drive of the game. The Legends now with an opportunity to take the lead after kicking that field goal on that last drive. We'll see what Aaron Murray can come up with. And expect to see them do a lot of tricky stuff here with Monte Crockett coming in motion. They love to call that play, as we've been saying all year long. There he is, on cue. And they give it to him on the end around. Monte Crockett with some room to run. And then taken down the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 8 on the play. And it brings up 2nd and 2. But yeah, they love to run that play, and they do it time and time again, because you can give it to Monte Crockett, you can pull it back, you can give it to Denard Robinson. Aaron Murray, we saw him on that first drive take it himself, and they could do all those run fakes and throw it. I mean, there's so many options with that play, it's ridiculous. 2nd and 2, there's Robinson, and he's not going to get to the sticks. How about that open field tackle made by Greer Martini in the backfield? Brings up 3rd and 1, a crucial 3rd and 1 right now for the Legends. After forcing a 3-and-out on Salt Lake, it would not be good for them to have a 3-and-out on their own offense. See what the play call is going to be. Clean game so far, no turnovers, no sacks either. Robinson to the outside, swung down, and he's not going to get to the sticks. What a play by Gianni Paul, the linebacker, alongside Greer Martini. 2 big plays in a row for those guys. That's just what you call an excellent open field tackle. Dennis Erickson pumped up for his offense. Excuse me, his defense. And his offense is going to get it right back. Cameron Nizelek will boot it away for Atlanta. Back to receive. It's Sam Mobley. And he's rocked at the 22-yard line. So that's where Salt Lake sets up shop for their second drive in the second quarter. Josh Woodrum coming out to lead the way. He's only completed a couple passes today. We'll see if he can start airing it out a little bit more. Very dangerous throw to end that last drive there. Nearly a pick 6. Salt Lake, they're going to face either San Diego or Arizona in the first round. So this is gonna be. There's so many factors right now. It's gonna be fun. Matt Asiata goes nowhere. What a play in the backfield. This is shaping up to be a pretty defensive game right now. Jeff Luke in there to make the stop. And look at the way he just breaks right through that line immediately. No competition, gets in on Asiata and forces the loss. 2nd and 13 now for Salt Lake. Backed up in their own red zone now. Off play action, Woodrum to throw. Rips it across the middle, it's incomplete. Jeff Luke again knocking it away from Tanner Baldery. And it brings up 3rd and 13. 2 massive plays in a row, and I think Jeff Luke saw what those linebackers for Salt Lake did on that last Atlanta drive. He's like, hey, I'm going to do some of it on my own. 3rd and 13 now for the Stallions. Offense stalling out right now. Woodrum with plenty of time. He's got to get rid of it, and instead he is rocked back at the 13. David Dean with the first sack of the day for either squad. And Atlanta forces another 3 and out. And this is Woodrum's mistake here. He had time to throw. Doesn't get rid of it. Just should at least try to check it out to his running back there. He does not. And he gets taken down. He pays the price for that one. David Dean with a sack and a half. 4th down and 19. Quite obviously Austin Recco out there to boot it from his own end zone. Back to return. Once again, it's Irvin Phillips who's got a blocker. But the blocker does not do a very good job. Excellent open field tackle there by Sam Mobley. Actually, no, that's Anthony Denham. 1st and 10 coming up for Atlanta with great field position at the 46-yard line. See if their offense can come up with something here. They've basically got the ball in midfield. But for Atlanta, what has really hurt them is their conference record. They're 1-4 playing against their conference counterparts, which is the worst conference record of any team. And sitting at 3-5, it's not the type of conference record you want to have, knowing there's going to be all sorts of tiebreakers. On the ground, it's a alright game by Robinson, but he goes down. Denard Robinson down with an injury, and that could prove to be beneficial for Salt Lake's defense. We'll see how badly he is injured. Hopefully, it's not as bad as it looked there at the original hit. Akron Wadley is the backup running back. Might see some of him, might see some of Lawrence Pittman. We'll see who decides to get involved. 2nd and 7 coming up from just about midfield. That's a tough loss for Atlanta's offense if they can't get him back today. High snap. They go on the ground. It's a gain of about 4. That's Akron Wadley. Might see some of Torian Folston as well coming in there, the 3rd string running back. We'll see. Folston had a touchdown catch back in week 4 or 5. 3rd and 3. Can Atlanta avoid a second 3 and out, especially after this great field position? It's kind of hard to rally sometimes after seeing one of your main men go down. Big play right now for Aaron Murray. Takes the snap. Goes to the sidelines. It's caught. 1st down and then a couple more. Monte Crockett with a reception at the 42-yard line in Salt Lake territory. They got a 1st down. Perfect throw right here from Aaron Murray coming off his break, knowing exactly where he needs to put that football. Monte Crockett with a nice diving catch. And Atlanta moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. There goes Wadley with some room to run. And he's taken down the 39-yard line. 2nd and 6. Now from the 39. And Atlanta is a team that I really thought was going to be in playoff contention there first half of the season, but they've dropped the ball here in the 2nd half of the season, and there's a big play up front by that defense. Josh Banderas, Topu in there as well. 3rd and 7 now from the 39, and it's going to be interesting to see what Atlanta decides to do here, because 3rd and 7, they're at the 39, so I know Young Huku is hit from 55-56, but if they don't pick up a few yards here, it's going to leave him in a tough situation. 3rd and 7. Under 3 minutes in the first half. Murray with all sorts of time. Now pressured, and he's going to go down all the way at the 48. That's Mike Purcell with the sack, and Salt Lake, their defense, making another massive stand. And look at this. Aaron Murray has time, and then Purcell he is like a freight train coming in at Murray. That is a scary, scary sight for any quarterback. Purcell gets in there, makes the sack, and now Cameron Nislak has to punt it away, so there isn't going to be any decision making here. Quite obviously, it's a punt. Boots it away. Can he get a good angle here? He does. Pins Salt Lake inside their own 5 at the 4. What a punt by Cameron Nislak. And that sets up Atlanta's defense in a good position here, as Salt Lake only has 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, but that's about all they got with 96 yards to go. Defensive first half on both sides. After the first drive for these teams that ended up in a field goal, we have seen not much of offense from anybody. 1st and 10 coming up from the 4 for Dennis Erickson's Stallions. Here's the one thing why I was saying, Salt Lake wants to pick up a win on the road here, because it gives them momentum going in the playoffs. Right now, their offense does not have much momentum at all. They can pick up a win here. It'll give them something to build off of going into Week 10 and then into the playoffs. Bunyan takes it to 6, and we have hit the 2-minute warning in Atlanta. Still a 3-3 ball game. Neither side doing a whole lot offensively. Nonetheless, it's been a fun one to watch. We've seen some big plays defensively. Khalil Bass right there. We see the camera on him. He's made a couple nice tackles. Josh Branderis with a couple big plays on that last drive. Mike Purcell with the sack for Salt Lake. 2 minutes in this opening half. 2nd and 8. Wardrum to throw. Blitz from Atlanta. Checks it outside. That's caught. And he's able to get out of bounds. Bunyan decides to juke out of bounds at the 13, brings up 3rd and 1. So a relatively smart play there. I know usually you'd go for the sticks, but he was probably going to be tackled in bounds. So a good decision there to get out of bounds, stop the clock. 3rd and 1, manageable situation here. Can they convert? Avoid their 3rd straight 3 and out. Wardrum to throw. Across the middle, it's complete. Sam Mobley takes it to the 25-yard line, and Salt Lake with a little bit of life here after that 3rd down conversion, the first conversion they've had since their first drive. Quick pass, perfect placement by Josh Woodrum. Mobley in the right spot. Time is ticking, though, and it's really going to become a factor here as they have a long ways to go. Wardrum to throw. Blitz picked up nicely, and there's Mobley again. Up to the 43-yard line. And how about that? Timeout called by Salt Lake with 1 minute and 1 second to play. 3-3. Sam Mobley coming up clutch with a couple big receptions that now have them close to midfield. They've got 2 timeouts, so if they can keep managing this football well, considering the fact that Atlanta gets it for the second half, you definitely want to come away with some points here. A field goal would be very helpful. Touchdown, even better. 1st and 10 from the 43. Woodrum to throw. Another blitz from Atlanta. Deep down the seam, and he overthrows his man. Nick Truesdell was wide open, but Woodrum felt the pressure, could not drop it in the bucket. That's a tough one. Woodrum is definitely going to want to have that throw back. 2nd and 10 now from the 43. Back to throw again is Woodrum. With time in the pocket. Letting it go to the sidelines. It's caught. DeMornay Pearsonell gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Josh Woodrum eclipses 100 yards here in this first half. And Dennis Erickson's offense is rolling here. Remember, this drive started back at their own 4-yard line. A few great throws from Woodrum to Pearsonell and Sam Mobley. That's what you call perfect execution right there. 1st and 10 now from Atlanta's 41. You definitely don't want to get too comfortable, but you get into a spot where you don't have to be too stressed about time. Granted, it's Madden, so time management sucks, but we'll see how they perform. 1st and 10, Woodrum guns it again. That's complete. Adonis Jennings to the 30. And now Desmond Lawrence goes down, and that is another bad injury for Atlanta today. Desmond Lawrence, their top cornerback, that could prove to be a problem. That does not look very good. On the table, we'll see if he comes back in this game or not. 1st and 10 from the 30 coming up as that timeout gives Salt Lake another clock stoppage here with 47 seconds left in the second quarter. That is a big loss for Atlanta's defense that was already struggling, especially on this drive. And now their secondary just got even weaker. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Woodrum back to throw with time, but he's got to let it go. He will, and misses his man coming across the middle. Cannot connect. That would have been a big gain to DeMornay Pearsonell. Instead, it brings up 2nd and 10. He might have been able to take that one into the end zone if he got the right angle. He's speedy. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Woodrum, he's been better with some of his passes. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Woodrum with time. Just checks it out to Bunyan, who tries to cut it upfield. Almost nearly staying on his feet. Gets down to 21. They call a timeout. If you're Salt Lake in this situation, I got to be honest, don't convert. You better hope that they don't convert unless you score a touchdown, because they only got one timeout left. We know how bad Madden is with time management, and the odds of them getting a score here if they convert dramatically drop. So we'll see. It'd be disappointing after such an amazing march that started all the way down the 4-yard line to end up with no points. One timeout left, 34 seconds on the clock. Woodrum will throw. Checked it down underneath, and that's exactly what they did not want to have happen. It's a 1st down to the 17. They're going to have to use their last timeout right when it hits 21 seconds here. Or maybe not. Oh, they'll use it at a... Oh, and now... What? Wow. So, 15 pointless seconds off the clock, and now they don't have any timeouts left. They've got 16 seconds, so they got to go to the end zone. Anything else, and they're not getting any points on this drive. This is the frustrating thing for me. I wish I could help out with calling timeouts for these teams, because they're going straight to the field goal. Alright, hey, they actually were smart enough to do that. Taylor Bertollet for a 34-yard field goal attempt to put Salt Lake up by 3. Kick is on its way. It's good. 6-3 Salt Lake. Alright. Maybe I should stop dissing Madden. They actually knew what they were doing there. See, I've just seen it too many times in the past in games here in the XFL Simulated and now also in the AAF Simulated where things have just been screwed up. So, hey, props to them for getting it right that time. Salt Lake with a 3-point lead here. A few seconds left in this first half. See what Atlanta decides to do. Probably can't do much. First drive there in that second half that actually got any points for Salt Lake. They had a few 3-and-outs in a row. On the return, it's Abram Wadley. And making some moves and spinning away. He's got room down the sidelines. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Irvin Phillips. Is he going to take it the distance? He is. Touchdown on a 96-yard return to close out this second half, the first half. Unbelievable. What a return. That is only the second kickoff return in AAF Simulated history. It goes for 96 yards. Look at this move by Phillips here on a few defenders, slipping his way through, gets by the kicker, and then it was off to the races. And Atlanta gets the lead going in to the second half. How about that? 2-point try now to make it a 5-point game. That is simply unbelievable. They go to Wadley. He's not going to get there. So, that was quite the turn of events here. For time's sake, I am going to skip over halftime because it's kind of pointless. And I'm running low on time right now. But, big play for Atlanta there. And they get the ball for the second half. So, Salt Lake's 90, well, not 90-yard, but 80-yard drive ends at only 3 points. Atlanta only needed one play, 96 yards. Irvin Phillips at the house, and the funny thing is, the only other kickoff return we have ever had in simulated history was by Salt Lake when Brandon Oliver had that big return for a touchdown against Birmingham in week 2. Bertollet sends it away. The second half is off. 9-6 lead for Atlanta after the big return. And there goes... Is that Robinson back in the game? That'd be big for Atlanta if it is. It is. Denard Robinson is back. So Irvin Phillips does his job on the return team. Denard Robinson, he's back. And that's going to be big for the Legends here in the second half. Monte Crockett rocking out onto the field. He's had a couple nice plays in this game already. Atlanta's offense got to feel pretty good. They have not done much all game long, yet they've got the lead and they've got the football. See if Aaron Murray can capitalize here on this momentum and just start pushing the ball down the field. Get some confident throws. Just get something going here, positive. 1st and 10. Murray, quick pass across the middle, and that's not the way you want to start that one off. Incomplete, inaccurate. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, 2nd down and 10 for Atlanta. They go with Aaron Murray, and he is smoked. Absolutely rocked by Josh Banderas there at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. Brings up 3rd and 10. So the Legends offense still kind of in a rut, at least to start the second half. 3rd down. What is Jay Walters going to dial up here? Murray to throw with all sorts of time. Has to let it go. He does. Can he get to the sticks? Justin Thomas is just going to be short. That's a big tackle there by Cody Brown. I thought Justin Thomas, he's quick. Look at the way he cuts back upfield and then gets an angle on Banderas. But I believe Cody Brown able to get him down when he does. So Cameron Nizelek on to punt it away. Not the best start to the second half for an Atlanta team that seemed like they had momentum. I mean, why wouldn't they have momentum? Oh, and Nizelek with another beauty of a punt. Not as perfect as the last one, but still, they're down inside the 15, just outside the 10, at the 11. 1st down coming up for the Stallions, and let's see what their offense can do. They marched down from all the way from their 4 to the 17, settled for a field goal, which was smart because of time considerations, but I'm sure they would have scored a touchdown on that drive if they did not run out of time. In retrospect, would have been better if they ran out of time, because then this game would still be 3-3. But it's 9-6. Salt Lake with a big opportunity here to march back down the field, tie it up, or take the lead. 1st and 10. Josh Woodrum takes it himself, calls his own number, and look at him go. Josh Woodrum all the way up to the 29. That's a gain of 17. And he's pulling a little Aaron Murray there. We have not seen Salt Lake use his play much, but Josh Woodrum has a couple rushing touchdowns on the season, which is pretty hard to believe, but he's sneaky. 1st and 10 from the 29. Drizel in motion. They barely got that play off in time, and there he goes again. Why not? That's a gain of 2, up to the 31. And I wonder how much of this is game strategy and how much of it is just Dennis Erickson having a little bit of fun calling some of these plays that we usually don't see. Considering this game doesn't have a massive impact on the rest of the season for Salt Lake. 2nd and 8. There goes Bunyan with the big hole. All the way up to the 44-yard line. Bunyan up to 25 yards now on just 6 carries, so pretty good afternoon for him. Nice hole by the offensive line, who, as I mentioned early on in this game, they've been giving him some good gaps to run through. 1st and 10 now from the 44, nearing midfield. Woodrum with time. Backing up, you just gotta let it go. Finally does, just throws it away out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. So Atlanta with a 9-6 lead to see if their defense can hold up. Because Salt Lake, their offense has been up and down, especially recently. And when we look at what they did last week against San Diego, they beat them 26-0. But the week before that, 31-6 lost to San Antonio. Oh, he's got to let it go. He does. What a pass. Wide open down the sidelines is Nick Truesdell to the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Salt Lake regains the lead on a 56-yard dime from Josh Woodrum to Nick Truesdell. Full speed ahead. Touchdown, Salt Lake. Look at this. I mean, he just gets wide open. The blitz from Atlanta does not pay off. Truesdell's unaccounted for there in that secondary. And he can beat you with his strength. He can also beat you with his speed. 4th touchdown of the year for Truesdell. A beauty from Woodrum. And Salt Lake able to regain the lead. They're up 12-9. And it's time for the 2-point conversion. Try to gain a 5-point lead here with 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Back to throw is Woodrum. Lets it go. It's caught. And he couldn't get there. Nick Truesdell catches the out route, but Khalil Bass prevents him from getting the ball across the sticks. So Salt Lake does have a 3-point lead. That's a big catch and touchdown. But funny enough, that Truesdell, I just said that he could beat you with his strength, but right there, just kind of stumbles and can't get the angle to get the ball across the pylon. (12-9). Atlanta needs a response here on offense. I mean, all they've done is score 3 points. They had that big kick return to end the first half. But they're going to need more than that if they want to win this game and keep their playoff hopes alive. And very slim playoff hopes at that. They would have to beat Memphis next week. They would need Orlando to lose. They already got swept by Orlando. They would need Birmingham to lose out. Because they split with Birmingham. And even then, Birmingham's conference record is better. So, there's really not much hope for Atlanta at this point. Irvin Phillips takes a knee. Actually, this is Robinson, excuse me. 6 minutes. Plenty of time for Atlanta right now to march down the field, regain the lead here before this 4th quarter. I always find it funny when the running back is on the return and then he runs back out with the offense. Like, he was already out there, guys. 1st and 10. We'll see what Jen Walters wants to dial up. I mean, if I'm them, give Denard Robinson the ball. That first drive, they looked phenomenal. Giving him the rock, letting him do his thing, and then allowing Aaron Murray to start opening it up downfield, making some quick throws, and getting it done. I mean, Atlanta only got 74 yards on offense right now, but they're still right in this game. 1st and 10. There's Robinson, and he is met immediately. Great defense. Mike Purcell, Josh Brander, there's a couple guys in there that we've been seeing go at it all day long. 2nd down. Second and 10. Monte Crockett in motion. They let Aaron Murray take it again. That play has not worked at all today. That's a loss of 1. Josh Banderas is having himself a day. 3rd tackle for loss. And I don't know why Jen Walters is so set on calling this play for Murray. Mix it up a little bit. Let Crockett take it. Let him pull it back and air it out. I don't know. Do something different. 3rd and 11 now. Backed up at their own 24-yard line. Murray will with time. Pressured. Gets it off, and it's caught. But he's blasted at the 25-yard line. That goes nowhere. Salt Lake's defense making it happen. Murray just in trouble. Has to let it go. finds Bug Howard for his first reception, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Bug Howard's been quiet all day long. I mean, I think it's his first target, his first catch on the season. He's got 552 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's a top 10 wide receiver in this league. But so far today, he's been shut down by Salt Lake. This Stallions defense doing an excellent job of containing Atlanta to next to nothing. Cameron Iselak punting it away for the 4th time today. Sam Mobley catches it at the 30-yard line. He's at the 32. Salt Lake regains possession here with 3:51 to play. Josh Woodrum, pretty good stats today. 12 of 19, 181 yards and 1 touchdown. You know, I was really knocking him a couple weeks ago, and for good reason. I mean, he was playing terrible football, even in their win against Memphis in Week 6. Week 5 against San Diego, Week 6 against Memphis, Week 7 against San Antonio. It's a real slump for him, but he's turned it on. I like that. Last week, as we mentioned, he was excellent, 140 QB rating. So far today, he is getting the job done for Salt Lake. 1st and 10 from the 32. Woods with a throw, blitz from Atlanta. Just going to check it off, and there's a tight end, and there he goes again. All the way past midfield to the 48-yard line. Oh, that's Joel Bunyan. Bunyan with 54 yards now receiving. And this is just the problem right now. Atlanta's defense is breaking down. Look at the go back to the touchdown. Nick Truesdell had so much green grass in front of him. And look at this. I mean, there is no one covering Bunyan. There's no one staying on top of him. So Woodrum just dumps it off to him. And it's a big gain that gets him into Legends territory. So, 1st and 10 coming up from the 48.
Here we go. 15.
Woodrum fakes a screen. Going deep. He's got a man. It's knocked up and incomplete. Great defense that time. Carlos Merritt gets a hand in there. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ready. 70, 80.
2nd and 10. Off play action. Woodrum to throw again. Same thing. And it's hauled in. Adonis Jennings rips it out of midair. That's a 30-yard gain that gets him into the red zone. Look at this. What a catch by Jennings. He said he was going to get this football, and he did. I mean, he just goes up there, rips it away from the Duran Grant. Heck of a play by Jennings. 1st and 10 now from the 18-yard line. Salt Lake really taking over right now in this 3rd quarter. Woodrum with time. Kills it towards the sidelines, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. Good defense that time. Desmond Lawrence back out there. Good to see. Second down coming up, and if I'm Dennis Erickson, you don't want to be too risky here, but at the same time, you want to get this win. You want to lock up the #1 seed. You don't want to do it next week, you know? Just get it done. Get it over with. 2nd and 10. All play action. Woodrum in trouble. Lets it rip towards the end zone. Is that caught? It is. Adonis Jennings has been out for blood this drive. What a catch. Unreal. He goes up. That's a 50-50 ball. Adonis Jennings says, "Nuh-uh. That's a 100% ball. That's mine." What a play. Just rips it away from Donatello Brown. Holy cow. That is the 2nd massive catch for Jennings on this drive alone. Gets him a touchdown, and now a chance for Salt Lake to go up by 11 with 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Pearson Allen goes in motion. Woodrum trying to throw. He's got to let it go quick. He does, and it misses his man. Incomplete to Tanner Baldry. So this game stays within 9 points, but a 12-point 3rd quarter right now for Salt Lake has them feeling good. 18-9 lead, and Jen Welter has got to do something. This offense has been dead in the water really all game long, with the exception of that kickoff return for touchdown. It's been all Salt Lake. Aaron Murray warming up on the sidelines. He's got a lot of work to do right now. Josh Woodrum has thrown 2 touchdowns. Aaron Murray's done really nothing. He's had a few nice passes here and there, but generally speaking, he's been outplayed by a big margin when it comes to the quarterback play. Bertollet sends it away. Back to receive. Once again is Robinson. He'll just take a knee in the end zone. Atlanta sets up shop at their own 25-yard line. But my goodness, has Adonis Jennings just taken this league by storm this year. He's got a touchdown now today. There's 2 massive catches. And he's got to have well over 700 yards receiving now. I checked the stat sheet here. Going into this game, he had 656. And he's got well over 80 yards now, so easily 700 plus for that main man there in the wide receiver core for Salt Lake. Murray to throw on first down. Deep down the field, he's got a man open. He gets rocked at the 44-yard line, but what a catch by Stanbury. That's a big play to get this Atlanta offense going. That's a gain of 19. Sets up first down at the 44-yard line. Stanbury makes a nice catch and then gets absolutely blown up. But a great job to maintain possession while going to the ground. First and 10 now from the 44. Murray to throw. He's got time. He's got a lot of time. Now lets it go. Is that caught on the sidelines? It is. What a grab. Bug Howard, there's the man. The toe tap, and they're all the way to Salt Lake's 38. Look at the concentration here by Howard to get both his feet down, to catch the football there at a very difficult angle. He does an excellent job. First and 10 as we're under a minute in the third quarter. Murray back to throw again. To the sidelines again. It's complete again. To the 33 he goes. Monte Crockett on the reception. Aaron Murray still has not eclipsed 100 yards in this game. See if he can do it here as we're coming to the final seconds of the third quarter. Nice drive right now from Atlanta that desperately needed this. High snap. They go on the ground, and he's met immediately. Who else but Mike Purcell in the backfield to blow that one up. Boy, oh boy, has he been everywhere today. Just manhandles him in that backfield. And that takes us to the final quarter. It is an 18-9 lead for the visiting Stallions, looking to win their second game in a row and improve to 7-2 in the season. The Legends looking to avoid losing their third in a row. They've got a lot of work to do in this final period. Couple huge plays. Josh Woodrum throws 2 touchdowns. That big one to Nick Truesdell. And then an amazing catch by Adonis Jennings. 12-point quarter for the Stallions. Legends right now. Future is in their hands right now. They've got 10 minutes to try to keep this game up, to try to keep their playoff hopes alive. 3rd and 6. Murray to throw. With time. That is caught. What a reception by Bug Howard at the 18-yard line. Right when I said he hasn't been doing much, he makes one of the most athletic catches we will see ever. Look at this. Goes up with one hand, pulls it in over the defender while he's still getting hit. That is absolutely outstanding. Conrad Tolliver is playing phenomenal defense. It's just better offense by Howard. First and 10 from the 18. Crockett comes in motion. They give it to Denard Robinson. Takes it down to the 13-yard line. Robinson has been really quiet this mainly the second half, but that's a big gain right there, which is in the 2nd and 5, deep in the red zone. Time is not too much of a factor yet, but I mean, a score here, you get a touchdown, bring this game at least within 3. You're in pretty good shape after being outplayed for the majority of this ball game. 2nd and 5, Murray gunning it to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown Atlanta. Justin Thomas with the reception, and this game is far from over. The Legends bring it within 3 on a strike from Aaron Murray. Justin Thomas comes streaking across the field, and Salt Lake's defense breaks down. Justin Thomas takes advantage. 8:34 left to play in this game, and Atlanta has a chance to make it a 1-point game. They can convert on this 2-point try. No 2-point conversions today for either side. Will that change right here? Crockett in motion. They give it to Robinson. Not going to get there. Taken down immediately, so this stays a 3-point game. That's Mike Purcell, of course, in there to make the stop. 18-15, Atlanta with a massive drive when they needed it. Bug Howard with an incredible catch to keep the drive moving. And then Murray finds Justin Thomas. So Salt Lake definitely can't be too comfortable right now. They've got a 3-point lead, but the 2-score lead is gone. They've got to find a way to get back down the field and score some points. On to send it away is Younghoe Koo. Boots it. Back to receive. Brandon Oliver, who will smartly take a knee. Salt Lake now going to want to do some game management here. They're going to want to run down some of the clock, but they also cannot get stuck in a rut. Look at Woodrum, guys. 15-24, 249 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Those are excellent stats. Relatively similar to how he was last week. And again, just massive improvements from Woodrum, who was really struggling coming out, week 5, week 6, week 7, as we talked about. But he has done a much better job today, as he did last week. Chance here to get a big win on the road, lock up that number 1 seed. 1st and 10 from the 25. Try a quick screen. It's caught by Pearsonell, but how about the defense by Atlanta? All over that one. Duran Grant pushing him backwards, and Salt Lake, they cannot get too comfy right now. Second and 12 now from the 23-yard line. Off-play action. Woodrum to throw. Down the seam, and he overthrows his man. That's incomplete, and it brings up a big 3rd and 12. Stallions kind of up against it right now. You can just sense the momentum switch here in this 4th quarter. The big score backed up a 3rd and 12. Stallions need a miracle to convert here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just run some more clock down, and hope their defense can hold up. Woodrum will throw. With time. Man, wide open, Sam Mobley. That's a gain of 21. And that is exactly what Atlanta's defense could not afford to give up. What a throw by Woodrum in the clutch. Sam Mobley with an excellent reception. Look at this route by Mobley, just able to get open there. Salt Lake with a crucial conversion. That runs much more of the clock off now, as they got a few more plays to run here on offense, at least. 1st and 10 from the 43. They go on the ground. That's Bunyan to the 46. Actually, it's Matt Asiata. We're now under 7 minutes to play. And the Legends defense, I could feel they were this close to having an amazing 3-and-out stand, give their offensive ball back, get ready to take the lead, and now Salt Lake able to get back some momentum. There goes Bunyan trying to slip away, but an excellent tackle made by JT Jones. 3rd and 5. Another huge third down. I mean, there's still plenty of time for Atlanta right now. Salt Lake's got to keep the foot on the gas and keep converting. See the play call is from Erickson. 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Woodrum. With time. Across the middle, it's caught. First down and a lot more. DeMornay Pearsonell takes it to Atlanta's 40-yard line. And that's another painful 3rd down conversion that Atlanta gives up on this drive. We're coming down to the final stages of this game, and the Legends defense just can't seem to get a stop here in the clutch. They've had 2 opportunities now, 3rd and 12, then 3rd and 5, but Pearsonell does a great job of converting. That's exactly how you want to use a receiver like that. Those little slot receivers, get him coming across the middle where he can pick up speed and get the angle for a first down. 1st and 10, they are throwing. Nearly intercepted. What in the world is Woodrum thinking? Holy cow. That could have been detrimental. I'm surprised that they would be throwing in that situation with all receivers spread wide. Like, why? 2nd and 10 from the Legends 40. Off play action, they're throwing again. Woodrum, deep down the seam. He's got a man wide open. It's Adonis Jennings. Takes it inside the 10, down to the 7. And Salt Lake, once again, is in the red zone. Adonis Jennings is having a monster day for the Stallions. Atlanta just doesn't have any answers. Look at this throw from Woodrum. Over the top, down the seam, right into the waiting arms of Adonis Jennings. 98 yards receiving and a touchdown for Jennings today. Salt Lake, they're just going for a touchdown right now. They just want to put this thing away, which is smart. Bunyan met immediately at the line. Excellent tackle there. Tracy Sprinkle. If Atlanta can hold them to a field goal here, they're still in it. Can their defense just get one stop? 2nd and goal. This is intense. Back to throw is Woodrum. Stepping up in the pocket. Quick pass, it's dropped. Bunyan cannot hang on. Great defense by Atlanta, and it brings up 3rd and goal from the 8. Legends defense once again brings him to 3rd down. Can they get the final stop here to at least keep this a 1-score game? 3rd and goal. Pressure mounting. Woodrum takes the snap. With time in the pocket, he's got to let it go. Backing up. Backing up some more. He's going to be taken down all the way to the 19. Unbelievable. That's Tracy Sprinkle, who had the big tackle on 1st down. How about a sack? And Atlanta's defense is able to hold up. Tracy Sprinkle getting in there for a massive play. Woodrum, that's the last thing he was supposed to do there. Field goal still should be easy for Bertollet. But man, 36-yard try to make this a 6-point game. Kick is on its way, and it's right through. Bertollet 3 for 3 on the day, and Salt Lake is back up by 6 with 2:47 left in this ball game. Bertollet, he's been an excellent kicker. He's done quite a bit for this Stallions team. Last week he was 4 for 4 in their 26-0 rout of San Diego. Week 5 against San Diego, he was 3 for 4. Just seems to have success against San Diego, I'll tell you that much. 21-15, Atlanta still with hope. They got 3 timeouts, a 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, touchdown, 2-point conversion, they win it. Nice return by Robinson, kind of cuts it around a little bit. Takes it up to the 25. I thought he got past the 25. Huh. We'll see if Aaron Murray can get the job done here He threw a beautiful touchdown pass on that last drive to Justin Thomas. Got some nice help from Bug Howard, Monte Crockett. Legends are known for having comebacks this season. They've had a couple of them already. Against Birmingham, against San Diego. Can they get this one from Salt Lake? Murray to throw on first down. With time, guns it across the middle, man wide open, it's complete. Monte Crockett up to the 38. Atlanta starts this drive off with a bang. Finds Crockett in motion. In stride, excuse me. First and 10. As we near the 2-minute warning, they will get another play off. Smart decision there by Aaron Murray, who's got time. Backing up. In trouble. And down he goes. Carter Schultz with a monster sack as we hit the 2-minute warning. 21-15. It does not get more intense than this. That is a 10-yard sack. What is Aaron Murray thinking? Second and 20. Murray to throw. Guns it across the middle. It's Bug Howard off to the races. Takes it all the way to the 45. It's a gain of 17. Third and 4. What a reception, and now Atlanta uses timeout. Huh. Why? 21-15. This crowd in Atlanta is going crazy. Man. This is intense. Third down and 4. Getting close to midfield. Murray to throw. Big blitz. Gets rid of it. It's caught. First down to the 48. That's Bug Howard again. And Atlanta is able to keep things rolling. Under a minute and a half to play. Got to keep time management in mind here. But it's a good conversion out to Bug Howard. Murray back to throw. With time. Now pressured, going deep down the sidelines. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. That's Will Davis. And that should do it. Wow, what a play by Salt Lake's defense. And Aaron Murray's got to be pretty sick to his stomach after that one. Just could not get enough air under this one. He was leading his receiver to the sidelines. Not the best throw. Lets it go late. Will Davis gets in there, definitely gets both feet down. And that is a massive turnover. 21-15. Salt Lake just needs a couple plays here to run this one out. And that should do it from Atlanta. First and 10 from their own 21. 2 timeouts left for the Legends. There goes Bunyan. And there's a first down. Timeout Atlanta. But I mean, at this point, they're just blowing them to blow them. This thing is over. Unless, of course, somehow there's a fumble. What a hard-fought game by both teams, though. Got to give the Legends credit. They did not give up. They went down 18-9. They fought right back. Stayed right in the thick of things. Just not able to close it out at home. The Salt Lake Stallions looking to get 7-2. Boy, have they had a good season. Who would have thought? I mean, I really was not expecting the Salt Lake Stallions to be this dominant, but they're a team that just is able to get it done offensively, defensively. It's impressive. Just going to need to take one more knee here on 3rd and 13. And they'll be able to run this one out completely. Salt Lake will lock up that #1 seed for the playoffs. It's a massive win for them. 3rd and 13. Takes a knee. And that will do it from Atlanta. The Salt Lake Stallions come on the road, get a huge win, win 2 games in a row. They improve to 7-2. Why are they punting? What the heck? Imagine if he takes it to the end zone. That'd be so funny. And that's it. There we go. That'll do it from Atlanta this time for good. Jen Welter's team drops 3 in a row. They are now 3-6. A tough loss at home that unfortunately ends their season officially. Granted, they have one more week to play. But when it comes to the playoffs, they have been eliminated. The Atlanta Legends, no chance for the playoffs anymore. 3-6, and they are now dead last in their division. Meanwhile, Salt Lake, first place in their division, 7-2. A huge performance from Josh Woodrum, especially in the second half, getting the job done. And the Stallions hang on to win on the road, 21-15. It was a fun one. If you're a Salt Lake fan, you've got to love what you saw today. One more look at this Adonis Jennings catch. That was absolutely incredible. Nick Truesdell, a big touchdown. And that will do it. Thank you all for joining us here at the AAF Simulated. Hope you enjoyed this game. It was a lot of fun to record. And Salt Lake again, playoff bound. Atlanta, unfortunately, we'll see if they can get it back next season. If you haven't followed us on Twitter already, make sure you go ahead and do that. That's very important so you stay up to date with everything that's going on in the AAF Simulated world. Also, the AAF sheets down in the description below gives you access to all the player stats, the individual game stats, the season stats, all that good stuff, the standings, so much more. Go check it out. Well, I'm James Larson from the AAF Simulated. Thank you all for watching once again. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Birmingham taking on Arizona. It's going to be a good one to close out Week 9. See you then.